Welcome back, guys. My name's Leland, bringing you a live stream update of pretty much whatever coin you want to see. You guys want to see a coin? You want me to do a TA on a coin? It is a $10 minimum contribution. You can do that in the form of a super chat or a super sticker, or you can go to my link in the description. It is going to be the one up coin link down below. You can donate in crypto and it'll still pop up on the screen. Really cool process. So yeah, how's everyone doing? Everyone having a good night so far? Crypto not doing too bad today. Currently, we have Bitcoin right now. We were in this descending wedge, which was actually really beautiful. We had our resistance and our support, resistance, support, resistance, support. And then we started hanging out up here, and that was looking really bullish. We got the breakout. We're coming back for the retest. That's going to be at the support line right here at the 382, which is $54,600. And coincidentally, that's going to be with along the trend line as well. Not only that, but on the 4-hour, that's going to be a bounce at the 21-day moving average, 21 EMA, excuse me, as well. So really, really heavy support there. I am expecting a bounce that's going to be happening, and then possibly over the next few days, probably next week. Today is Sunday. We know crypto is a little bit boring over the weekend, pretty normal. But I do expect for Bitcoin to be coming up here to the $57,400 level, attempting to break through the 618s. And I think it's about time. We've had our dips, we've had our moves to the downside, and although Bitcoin is looking bearish, we might have enough momentum to pop us above and kind of disrespect all these technicals. If you guys have been watching my live streams, you know that we had hidden bearish rather divergence on the MACD and the RSI as well. But with that, we do have negative momentum moving to the upside. Also, with our stochastic RSI down here, we've been below the 20 for quite some time. You can see that momentum is starting to move up. So is that enough for us to start moving to the upside? Maybe. It might be time. Who knows? We could just be making another little peak over here, maybe on a dead cat bounce before we see further movements to the downside. If we go ahead and we get rid of that Fibonacci right there, let's say we don't hold this trend line over here and we break back down. Will I have targets to the downside where we could possibly be seeing? If we break below that, I'm going to assume that we're going to go ahead and we're going to start taking out these previous highs that we had down here, which was about $50,000. We'll be going down to $49,400 and $48,000 and then $46,300. And then below that, I don't think we can fall any more below that. So those are the areas that I'm going to be looking for within Bitcoin. How are you guys doing tonight? Guy wants to take a look at XLM Stellar. Hello, no. How are you doing, bro? Hey, Daniel, welcome. Welcome back, dude. How you doing? GIP004 and Subgraph are bullish for GRT. Oh, is something happening mid-April? I don't know. How's the music, guys? Is it too loud? I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. If it's too loud, sorry. We'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, dude, OneCoin has just been absolutely insane. It broke through the 4618, which is just, I mean, we talked about that area being broken and it's gone past it. It actually came back down and it touched the 4618 as support and it's going back up, which is just ultra bullish. All these coins are just doing crazy as Bitcoin kind of does this like somewhat sideways movement, but we've been needing this. We've been kind of needing this for quite some time. The only time that we've ever really done this before was back in January, where we had a couple of weeks over here that were just kind of stuck in the red and we were moving sideways, a little bit of consolidation before we had to pop up. You can see that we're just kind of just moving sideways right now. That's totally fine. I'm totally fine with that. One thing that does have me kind of a little not worried, but just it's really interesting. And if I get rid of all my lines here, you can see, let's get rid of the that one as well. This is our pi cycle, and previously in the past, our pi cycle has told us when our market tops were going to be. When that green line goes over the red line, that predicts a market cycle top. You can see that did that back here in 2017, where we had a cross right there, and that indicated the pi cycle top for the 2017 bull run. We're really close to crossing But do I think that this is going to be the top when that happens? No, I really don't. And I have theories. I have theories that I think it's going to be representing something kind of like, and let's go way, way back here, back to 2011, where we had just one massive bull run, but it was in two waves. We had the first wave right here, so you can see we broke all-time highs right there, right in this area. We came up and we had a drop, and then we continued the bull run after that. It's possible. I really do think we might have something like that currently, where we'll come back down. And I mean, and mind you, in the past, we've always gone down and touched the 21 EMA on the weekly chart. You can see this right here. Let me just get rid of pi for 1 second so I can show you that. We love to ride this 21 EMA as support the entire way up. Support, support, supports. You can see that we love to go visit that quite often. And these drops are no joke. These drops in Bitcoin, we're going to be going from the high down there to over here, 37% drop. I know this one was 40% over here or around. And you can see it's been a minute. It has been a minute since we even touched that 21 EMA. I mean, the last time we were just kind of sitting right above it was in September. So it's been months. It's been quite some time. It would not surprise me whatsoever if we started getting a move to the downside, touch the 21 EMA before we have moved to the upside. I think after we touch that 21 EMA on the weekly, that's going to be beautiful. And it's, it's really just something that we need to see on the RSI on the weekly chart as well. You can see this was the previous bull run all back here. We're looking at this RSI level over here, and you can see that it loved to come down and touch. Can you guys see those lines? Yeah. It loved to come down and touch that 51 on the RSI throughout the entire bull run. We go up, down, and that was just home for it the entire way up. You can see we haven't really had any tests above that line. We've been overbought for quite some time, and you can see why there's hidden bearish divergence with this top that we had right here on the RSI. That was about 95, and I believe that was the $42,000 top that we had right over here. It's a little small. Let's expand on that a little bit. Which is this top over here. Yeah, that was the $42,000 area. So we have negative momentum moving to the downside. It is weakening, and that's just showing some bearishness. So like I said, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we did get that test at the 21 EMA before we start moving up. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time before we can see that. What is going on with Ethereum? It has just been doing a bunch of nothing, or at least it feels like a bunch of nothing, right? We broke all-time highs. Here was the peak in 2017, or I'm sorry, that was 2018. That was the bull run that we went through. We created this massive double bottom for Ethereum, massive double bottom, and we were making our way up. And we also broke all-time highs. We came back and we tested it, and I was looking for that confirmation. I was looking for that in shape to at least get above this previous high that we had over here. I believe that was $20,040. And that just has not happened yet. I think there's a lot of manipulation that is going on within the markets right now. Bitcoin is absolutely being manipulated. You have all these big wigs, all these old white men who want to get this coin for cheap, these institutions. And I say old white men because I'm trying to refer to like greedy people. And I can't think of a better race than a greedy, just old white men. That's really racist. I mean, I'm white, but come on, I'm an American. And I can say that because it's true. I mean, they've done it repeatedly over and over, whether you're a politician or you're a head of an institution or whatever. They always try to keep the little guy on the bottom. And this is what Bitcoin is. This is what gives us hope for the future. Isn't that why you guys are in crypto? That's why I'm in crypto. I'm tired of getting stepped on. I'm tired of getting my paycheck, paying taxes out of that paycheck. And then when I go to the store, I got to pay taxes on whatever I buy there. And then I got to be, I'm just saying, I'm just like, it's just taxes after taxes after taxes. And it's like keeping the thumb down on the underdog so that he can't get up while the middle class is just continuing to pay for everything and just fueling the rich. I mean, you take the power away from the people who have the money have the power. And this country has been bought and sold over and over. And if you don't believe that, I'm sorry. And if you believe that the president is actually the person who runs this country, you're sorely mistaken. That's not the case at all. This stuff is already planned out. That it is just a figurehead. These people know what they're doing, and they're running a country filled with hundreds of millions of people. They have a strategy, and they don't want you to succeed. They don't, because if you figure it out, then other people will figure it out. They will have the money, and then they will have the power. Well, here's something that no one can take away from you. Here's something that the governments cannot shut down. It is impossible to try to shut this down. You can't do it. You cannot stop Bitcoin, and that's why all these countries around the world they're shitting their pants right now, and they should, because this is the beginning of a revolution of the finance world. We are about to cut out the middleman. All those greedy people who are going to be taking our money, all those lending departments that you have to go through, and you have to go pay $1,000 contract or like fees, like within, have you ever done that? Or okay, here, like real estate agents, you have to go pay a real estate agent $5,000-$10,000 in fees just to get a house. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. They don't deserve that kind of money, not at all. So you're cutting out the middleman. I'm probably ranting a little bit, and I'm sorry, but that's why I'm in crypto. I'm in crypto because it's decentralized. It puts the power back into the person's hand. It cuts out the middleman. And I know fees are not what we want, especially with Ethereum. The fees are extremely high. But I'm telling you right now, Ethereum hasn't been gaining a lot of traction. It hasn't been really talked about. But when July starts moving around, and I'm going to say like around June, even probably before that, we're going to start seeing Ethereum start to take off. I mean, it's already been doing really well since the bottom of the bear market, the liquidity crisis last year, just a little over a year ago. I mean, Ethereum's gone up 2,100%. In retrospect, that's really not a lot of percentages. I mean, okay, that's a ton. I mean, you can make 50% in a year in the stock market and be done, and you've made everything that you needed to do. Like, you had an amazing year in the stock market. But within crypto, when we're looking at other assets that have smaller market caps, like for instance DNT, District over here from the liquidity crisis all the way to the top went up 20,000%. So you can see the opportunities that are elsewhere. If you're here to make some quick money, excuse me, get some water real quick. Like I was saying, if you're here to make some quick money, then altcoins are really going to be the place for you to go. And I still believe it is alt season. We're just having a bit of consolidation period before we really start taking off. There are like 2 months out of the year that are just really bad for crypto. That's March and September. And currently we're in the month of March, and typically those are down months. But anything after that, like March, April, May, June, those are really big months. Actually, probably one of the biggest gainers in crypto and in Bitcoin alone. I don't know if you guys remember back in September. Let's go look at it real quick. But in Bitcoin in September, it was boring. It was massively boring. Where September, wake me up when September ends. Okay, yeah, that was this period right here. We're going to go from this candle over to, whoops, that was that area right there. Just a few weeks where we just kind of did nothing. But then after that, boom, we started going straight back up. You know what? Let's go find September in the previous year. We have, look at September. No, let's not do that. That's a bad example because that was the bear market. Let's see, September over here. Yeah, look, same thing over here before it kind of took off. This is kind of a different story though, but you can see this was the September area as well. We kind of, actually, it was a bad month. We went down and it just kind of went to the side. But when October came around, that's when you started moving right back up. And I mean, those gains were, nothing to laugh at. It's like 50% gains the next month. But nevertheless, September's never really a good month. Okay, I'm ranting on. I need to move on. Let's move on. So back to Ethereum. Once EIP 1559 gets implemented in July, I do think we are going to start seeing some huge price movements even way before that. Like I said, probably in June, maybe before that as well. But you can see that this thing has already broken the previous all-time high, and we're testing it and using it as support right now. Look at all this buying pressure that we've had in this week. We have about 2 more hours until this week is over. We'll close this candle. and we'll start a new weekly candle over here. Well, next week is going to be April for us. We still have a few more days here in March, but nevertheless, I think maybe starting next week and the week after that, we're going to start seeing some green candles, possibly even coming over here and taking out the previous all-time high of 20,000. What is that? 20,040? 20,000. Yeah, about $20,040. I would not sleep on Ethereum. I really would not, because it's gonna shock you. It's really gonna shock you one day. And here's the reason why, is because why I say next week is probably going to be a good week for Ethereum. We have a 12 and 26 day moving average. This is on a daily chart, by the way. Negative momentum moving to the upside. Massively bullish. Massively bullish. Get this crossover here, and this is why I think we're going to start moving back up on the chart. Price action is going to start moving up. We have a ton of room to the upside on the RSI. We're sitting at a very comfortable 47 right now. Lots of room to the upside before we could see a possible pullback, and you can see our momentum is already starting to shift on our stochastic RSI. This is a daily chart, by the way, so this is going to move quite slowly. When we start moving over into April, if you're looking at the cursor down below, you can see we're already about the 4th or the 5th into April, and that's probably when we're going to start seeing this momentum moving to the upside before we get above the 80. So other than that, I'm so bullish on ETH. There's really not a whole lot to say about it. Could we be putting in maybe some kind of double bottom pattern? Maybe. That's possible, right? We have kind of like this W over here. Maybe we come back down and touch $1,400 before we have the resumption off. That's very possible. Like we said with Bitcoin, it does have some hidden bearish divergence in it, and it hasn't really played out completely, but we can still be getting fooled. We can still be getting fooled, and maybe we move to the upside. But nevertheless, I don't think Ethereum is going to be going below $1,400. If Ethereum goes below $1,400 and we test this as resistance over here, I'm out. This is most of my bag. Most of my bag is in Ethereum right now. I would say like at least 60% of it. And I've been feeling a little bit kind of weird about Ethereum lately. If they don't fix their crap, it's something that I'm really going to be thinking about, because I've been holding Ethereum for quite some time, but they need to fix whatever is going on. Are we in some kind of asymmetrical triangle right now? That's possible. We could be in some kind of asymmetrical triangle, possibly having a breakout pretty soon. But like I said, this is on a daily. That breakout would take about, yeah, look, March or April 5th. April 5th would be the apex of this triangle over here. But what we would need to do is get above that 21 EMA. Get above that 21 EMA, turn it into support before we have the breakout over here. Come get the breakout, maybe moving to the upside. So how's everyone doing tonight? Michael, hello, what's up? In UTA, we could do a TA. If you guys want to see a TA, it is a minimum contribution of $10. You can do that in the form of a super chat or a super sticker. I also have my OneUp coin link down below. If you would like a TA, you can tip me in crypto if you would like. That's probably the best way. The best way. YouTube does take with freaking allergies today, man. It's starting to warm up, and it's like starting to become springtime outside, and it's just like, ugh. But anyways, the OneUp coin link is down below. You can tip me in crypto. YouTube takes 30% of all contributions, which is kind of a ripoff if you ask me, but I understand they have bills to pay too. It takes a lot of computing power, a lot of electricity just for me to stream. So the fact that I can use their platform to stream, I'm happy. Thank you, YouTube, for giving me that option of doing that. But still, 30% is kind of like ridiculous for a company that makes billions of dollars a year, So, excuse me. We did a video this morning on GRT. One of the things that I did not mention this morning in there, I forgot to add this in the video. So if you're here watching this right now, you can see that we have this beautiful trend line over here that was being respected a lot. It was support, resistance, and then turned into support way back here. That was looking really beautiful right there. Well, that's going to be a pretty major trend line that we're going to be running into, and we're actually running into it as resistance right now. And that is the reason why we haven't gone much. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Thank you for the 15, bro. I really appreciate that. Can we take a look at UMA? UMA? Absolutely, dude. You got it. We'll do that right after we look at GRT. But you can see from that trend line that was going way back there to like December, late December, January. You can see how this has been acting as resistance ever since. This is going to be an area that I'm going to be looking for on the short term before we can get above it and turn it into supports. It's not going to be easy. I think it is going to take some time. Nevertheless, we are shifting our trend. You can see that we've had a bit of a downtrend in this area over here, downtrend, and then we're starting to shift. We're starting to have this upward momentum. Was at the end, we did talk about the hidden bullish, or I'm sorry, it was a bullish engulfing candle. If you guys watch, it was about 2 videos ago. I talked about this right here. This is a Japanese candlestick pattern known as a bullish engulfing candle. This typically shows us a reversal within a pattern. Not only do we have one right there, but we also have one right here that we're going to be closing in 2 hours. Guys, this back to back right here is massively bullish. I don't think we're going to be able to, we're not going to see GRT at these levels for very long. You're probably never ever going to be able to get GRT this low with this within this area ever again. That's just my opinion. Based off the technicals that we talked about this morning, I mean, just look at our MACD down here. Negative momentum moving to the upside. 12 and 26 day moving averages are about to cross over here. We're already seeing reflection in price action. Price action is impending and it's king. It's moving to the upside. We're about to get this cross over here. Very bullish. When we start printing the green on the histogram over here, we're going to start making new highs. I'm telling you, we're going to be making new all-time highs, and you're hearing it first now. I'm one of the very few people on YouTube who does coverage of GRT. And although it does not get a lot of attention, I know that. I know it doesn't, but I don't want to be a Bitcoin YouTuber because everybody wants to be a Bitcoin YouTuber. Yeah, there's more people over there. Hey, what's up, Kane? Hey, dude, thanks for coming back. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you for the 15. Want to look at VeChain? You got it, bro. We'll add it to the list. VeChain? I'm one of the very few people who go over this, and like I said, I could do YouTube or Bitcoin videos, but everyone's doing it, and I probably will get a bunch more subscribers if I did like Bitcoin TAs, but everybody does that. I don't want to be known as like the Bitcoin tier. I want to be like the altcoin tier, and to bring people, because this is where the people are going to be making money. Yeah, they could get into Bitcoin, they're going to make some money, but not like this. Not like if they were in altcoins over here. I mean, let's realistically think about it. Okay, let's say Bitcoin goes up to or let's say $200,000. Let's say it hits $200,000 by the end of the year. Well, you're only up 150%, and that's a lot. That's a big move for Bitcoin. I mean, everybody wants to see that, and I think we can see that. But look, with GRT alone, I mean, it was up over 1,000% within a month and a half. This is where you're going to make your money, and as long as you can be smart and know where you're going to be taking your positions, know where your buy zones are, know where your exit strategies are, which is what we do here, what more could you really want? You can come into the live stream, you can see these trade setups that we're going to be having, you can contribute like Andrew and VeChain have done, and that you can get insight on TAs or on coins that you want to see. If you're unsure, you're not really sure where to buy, let me know. And these people come back, and there's a reason why people keep coming back and asking me for TAs, because I give them the data, and sometimes it's not correct. You know, sometimes I'm not always right, but those times that I'm not right, I'm more correct than I am wrong. And I don't want to be right. I only want to be correct. So, but those moves that I was wrong on were out of my control. It's just crypto. And that's when Bitcoin takes its dips. And that's kind of like, well, I tell you guys these things. The TAs are really going to be based off of everything that Bitcoin does, which kind of sucks. And I think one day we will see Bitcoin not have the dominance that it has anymore. Right now it's sitting at, and look at this momentum that we're losing. But Bitcoin's going to eventually lose its dominance as more money floods into the market, and we're going to start moving to the downside on the market cap dominance for Bitcoin. You can see we've been holding this support over here for so long. Drop it already. That doesn't mean the price of Bitcoin's going to go down, but it means that altcoins are definitely going to have a chance to move up. Okay, let's go take a look at UMA. I've never looked at this, really. Okay, I like the one calculated by TradingView. They typically have better patterns, better charts. Let's see what's going on. Is that really all the data I got right now? I mean, I could still work with it, but let me see if I can find just a little bit more data, maybe, possibly. So we have this one on Binance, this one's Tether, and this one's on Gemini. Do they have a Coinbase? They do. They have a Coinbase one. Let's check it out. Which one gives me the most data? That has to be the release date. So it has to be a fairly new coin. Let's do the one calculated by TradingView. Okay, let's move over to a daily. Beautiful consolidation pattern, dude. You even came up, you made a low over here, and then you made a higher low, looking really good, looking really bullish. You have this massive run up with UMA. Let's see, from down there to up there, looking at 400% move, dude. That's nice. That's a nice move for, I mean, what I wonder what the market cap is. I'll have to go to Coinbase or coinmarketcap.com to see what that is going to be. Do you have some kind of resistance, any kind of support that you're working with, possibly having something like, yeah, definitely. And they're even going from wick to wick. So other people are doing this as well. You can see that we had our resistance, the resistance flipped into support over here, support. So that's good. That's really good. Now you're on a new trend, but when is this downtrend going to end? You do have resistance that is just, you're just being held down the entire time right there. And coincidentally, that is an asymmetrical triangle. And that support's going way back over here. You have this resistance and your support. You have your demand line and your supply line over here. Typically through the apex over here is when you're going to start seeing movement to the upside for a breakout or movement to the downside for a breakdown. You're sitting at that apex right now. You're like almost there or there right now, but it's still, you could still take a little bit more time, but probably, and let's just go ahead and let's look at the technicals real quick. But what you're going to be seeing here, look at this beautiful negative momentum moving to the upside. See, you're in the red histogram right now, which is good. I would be a little wary if you were in a green histogram, like something over here. If you were currently printing green on the histogram and about to get across to the downside, then I would be looking for a breakout to the downside. But no, that's not happening at all. You have a 12 and 21 day moving average, 12 and 26 day moving average. My bad. Did I say 21? It's 26. 12 and 26 day moving average over here with the negative momentum moving to the upside, about to have the cross. You're about to print green over on the histogram. That might give you enough momentum to start testing this resistance again. You have plenty of room to the upside. You're looking at about 45 on the RSI tech right now, and your stochastic RSI, your momentum, basically that's all that is. The stochastic RSI is just showing your momentum, and every time you've been below that 20, you always have a pop up to the upside. Let me just show you that real quick. Let me show you these moves that I'm talking about so it makes a little bit more sense. Let's get rid of our RSI. This is going to be more of a coaching moment, more of a teaching you how to fish than giving you the fish. Hey, Diogo. Did I say that right? Diogo? Like, dude, like the band Dio? Hey, man, thank you for the 10 years. I really appreciate it. You want to do Dent? Yeah, dude, you got it. Dent's been doing really nice things too lately. I'll add it to the list. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Seriously. Okay, so check this out. When you were below the 20 over here, this was your bottom over here. And then when you got above the 80 on the stochastic RSI, this was your top over here. Well, let's do a measured move of that area. And we could see that in the past, that took us up 60%. That's not bad. It doesn't look a lot on the charts, but that's quite the move. Okay, here's another one. You were below the 20 over here. That was your bottom right there. And then here's your high. You didn't even get above that 80, but that's okay. But look at your wick. Look where that wick went, way up there. We could take a measured move from down here to up there. We're looking at about 87%. So these moves to the downside with the stochastic RSI being implemented below the 20 it's beautiful. You can see that we've done this multiple times, but look at this one. That was that 400% move that we had right here when it came below that 20. It was really close to the 20. Yeah, I mean, it got below the 20 and 400% move to the upside. Same thing over here below the 20. I'm probably dragging this out a little bit, but that's okay. I want to teach you guys about what's happening. So you're below the 20 right there on the stochastic RSI. Your price movement, your momentum was to the downside. You take that low right there to the high, 70%. Okay, well, it looks like you haven't even really played this out yet. You've been below the 20 for quite some time. Even at the height over here, that's only 28%. You never really want to trade within a pattern. That's not very smart. You increase your odds of losing more than winning. Where you increase your odds of winning is when you get the breakout. When you get that breakout and you get the confirmation and you get that retest, that right there is the buy signal. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what typically you do within these asymmetrical triangles. You need to break through that resistance and move to the upside. Okay, looking bullish right now. It's looking really good. It's done a lot of consolidation on the short term. I want you to get above 23 bucks. Once you get above 23 bucks, which is going to be that 21 EMA, that's just going to be moving sideways right there. Come and test that for support. It's going to be really beautiful because you're going to be playing with the top of that resistance line over here. It's better to be towards the apex and playing with the resistance. That's kind of let you know, hey, I'm flirting with you, and I'm letting you know that we're going to be having a breakout to the upside. If you did that to the opposite and you were flirting with the bottom side and you're playing with that supply line and it breaks down, then I mean, obviously you're going to be losing money, but I don't see that happening with UMA. Can I call it UMA? I'm just going to call it UMA. Forget it. Okay, so let's say that we do get that breakout. What kind of targets could we be looking to the upside? I could take a Fibonacci and I go from our swing high down to our swing low. Our swing high was at $44.80. The swing low was $16. Wow, that was a huge retrace to the bottom. And you can see currently, and it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Notice how back here was holding that 236 line as resistance, or I'm sorry, support. Support throughout the entire time. When you broke below the 236 resistance, you got above it. Look what was resistance above up here. There's a 382. This is the 236 over here, and it just played in this area the entire time. Couldn't hold. It broke down below. Currently, you're sitting below the 236. Like I said, you really do want to try to get above that $23 area. That's going to be coinciding with that 236 line right there. Turn that into support. But when you start moving up into this area, notice that trend line that you're going to be breaking, and you're going to be getting that confirmation as well right in that area. Then you'll be going up to $27 after that. Okay, but we can do a measured move on this, right? We've done this in the past. You guys know what kind of areas that we can be looking for. Let's say it was about right there, right? What you can do with these asymmetrical patterns like this is you can measure them, and this is what traders use. They go from the bottom right there, or the top, I'm sorry, all the way to the bottom over here. And that's your measured move. So you go from the high, the resistance, all the way down to the support right here. You take that line and you drag it out. And let's just say you have a breakout right there. Well, that breakout target's going to be taking you to all-time highs, which is going to be $46. That's very realistic. Very realistic for that to happen. Once you break all-time highs, that's not going to be it. You can probably expect to double. It's not going to happen overnight, but you could probably be going to $88 after that. Once you take care of all of this hard resistance, this is going to be all the hard resistance all the way up to 786. Once you can blast through all of these, this is your zone right here. This is the last zone. When you kick that football and it goes to the end zone, or you know what? I'm not a sports guy. I'm not even going to use sports. When you, I don't know, dude, when you get to that level, let's just say, yeah, that's right. It's going to go up like crazy, dude. You break through that 786, you test that as support, and you're off. And I guarantee within the next few weeks after that, you'll probably be going up and hitting $88. Like, really, Leland? Yeah, dude, this happens all the freaking time. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this within crypto. Regular stocks don't do this. This is where I came from. I came from regular stocks. They don't do this at all. There's not as much hype, and these companies are a lot more stable than that, and it's boring. I was trying to get like maybe 5% a week, right? With my trades, 5% a week. If I made 10% in a week, I was a god, and I was so happy, and my confidence was through the roof. Totally different game with crypto. So areas, when you get above this area, $27, $30, $34, $38, 41, and then the last one that we need to hit is going to be that $44 area. But when you've already, like I said, gotten past the 786 over here, you're going to be taking off. Do be expecting resistance at the golden mean ratio. That's going to be the 1272 on our Fibonacci retracement. $52, maybe a little bit shy of $52. That $50 area is going to be resistance. You might wick up to that area, but expect that resistance to happen when you get up to that area. We're sitting at $21 and I'm already talking about $50. Yeah, that's very possible. These are scenarios that are very likely to happen just by looking at the technicals right now. But in the short term, let's focus on what's happening over here. Break above that resistance line. Let's get above this resistance line right here and turn it into support, and then we can come back and take a look at it. But currently right now, you're looking massively bullish. Okay, I've been spending a lot of time on this. We have our areas of resistance above that. let's say you break down. If you break down out of this pattern and you test this bottom support line right here into resistance and you go further below 16 cents, you're done. You have to get out. I'm sorry. That's the end. And it's going to be going much lower after that. That was the peak for this whole thing. And it's going to be taking a very long time for this to recover. You don't want to sit around all day waiting for this thing to recover, or weeks, months. We're in a bull market. I don't see that happening. I really don't see that happening, which is why I'm not talking about downside. Given the technicals of the matter right now, it's looking very bullish. Looking very bullish. And there's some coins that don't look bullish. And I'll straight up tell you if it's not looking bullish, like NuCypher, man, it's not looking bullish right now. It's not looking bullish at all. All right, let's go take a look at VeChain. But before we take a look at VeChain, look at NuCypher. Yeah, NuCypher is, I'm very disappointed in NuCypher. I don't know why it's performing the way it is. I think a lot of attention's being taken away from it. I don't know what happened. But I mean, eventually it's going to come back, but for the short term, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. Where's VeChain? VeChain. Hey, what's up, Max? Thanks for coming in, dude. Go back to the vid to see GRT. Oh, yeah. We just looked at GRT for a little bit. Who else have we got in here? I'm seeing some new names in here. Welcome, guys. If you're liking this content so far, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. American the Great. Hello. Please don't stem your stimulus on cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. Why? I did. Why wouldn't you? That's the whole point. I mean, if you can. I mean, if you got stuff to go buy, like food and stuff for your family, then yeah, by all means, like that's what you should be doing. But I mean, I definitely put a big portion of mine towards crypto. Whoa. Holy crap, dude. Okay. I haven't looked at VeChain in quite some time. It's being respected really freaking well. Wow. You're going off to the moon. It's been so long since I've looked at this. Okay, here was the previous technical analysis that I did on it. It's just a Fibonacci from the swing high to the swing low over here, but you can see how well it was being respected back here. We had some trouble getting above the 786 over here. That was resistance. That's the area like we talked about. Remember, we were just looking at UMA, and we were talking about how, once you break previous all-time highs, once you get above that 786, expect to double. Well, here's a perfect example of what happened with VeChain. You broke that previous all-time high, you came back for that retest at that 786, and you were gone. You took off. What was that? 6 cents, and you came all the way up over here to 9 cents. So it hasn't even really fully played out yet. Nevertheless, it's still very bullish. Look how it's holding this 21 EMA for support really well. It had been you had a nice gap between this area, between the 12 EMA. Son of a gun. Your 21 EMA came back for support. It even touched that 786 right there, and you're moving to the upside. Currently looking really good. An area of resistance that you're going to have above is going to be 10 cents. We all know that. A lot of selling happened before that 10 cents could even happen. Gosh, dude, you came over here and you hit 0.0994, and sellers started selling before it hit that 10 cent mark. People are going to want to see that 10 cent area. Is it going to stop there? No, absolutely not. And let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what's happening on our MACD. We'll also take a look at the RSI as well. And okay, so beautiful. The stochastic, that's kind of weird. Typically I have my stochastic down here, but look at this beautiful cross that you had. Look at that beautiful cross you had on your stochastic. You're having that momentum moving to the upside. And currently on your MACD, you had a cross, and it's kind of interesting because it's not giving a lot of conviction. Look at these two red bars that we had right here. You see those two red bars? It's not really giving me any depth or showing me that the momentum is going to be moving to the downside. It kind of looks like what happened back here. And it's very interesting because at that time back here, it's almost like a fractal, almost looks like a fractal within this area where you came up, you had that high, you had a little bit of a dip, and you came up and you made a newer high. Same thing kind of going on over here. You came up, you made that high, you're having a little bit of a dip, and you're going up to try to make that newer high right now. And that newer high played out with just this little bit of green on the histogram. So you probably might end up doing something kind of like that on VeChain right now. You're not overbought. it's not looking bearish. You're not showing any signs of bearishness or any reversals or that are going to be happening. I mean, if anything, you printed a bullish engulfing candle right here. Boom. Right there. Bullish engulfing candle signaling a reversal. You broke that trend. It started, boom, moving to the upside. So next area of resistance that I'm going to be looking for is going to be that 2618, which is going to be 10 cents, about 0.102 cents. After that, you're probably going to be breaking through that, turning that into support before you have an attempt to come over here to 15 cents. Once you break 10 cents, that's it. You're going to 15 cents. You're going straight up to 15 cents. It's probably might not happen overnight, but over time, that's going to happen. And this thing's going to go in increments 5, be 5, 10, 15, 20. That's the way it's going to work with VeChain. Really solid project. Really solid project. Okay, let's look at the short term. I'm on a 4-hour chart right now. I want to see any patterns, any trends, anything that's going on over here. So you are going to be having, you did have a cross, or it's about to cross, hasn't technically crossed yet. You might be seeing just a little bit movement to the downside on the short term before we have the pop up. But that next area of support that I'm going to be looking for is going to be at that 8 cent area. So it's possible you could still probably go down to 8 cent. I really don't see, I think the next level of support that you're going to be looking for down below that. So you have 0.086 cents, and then you have 0.0, or let's just say flat 8 cents right there. I think that's the lowest that you're probably going to be going, especially because you're having that cross right now. Totally fine. That's just short term, a little bit of bearishness. But the long term on this is, don't get that wrong, the long term is very, very bullish on this coin. So you might be coming down, printing red on the histogram, might give you enough time to come touch that trend line right there, possibly even this trend line over here. Is it time to buy right now? No, because it's still consolidating. It's in some kind of consolidation pattern. Probably it looks like a descending triangle. Yeah, does look like a descending triangle, which is typically a bearish pattern. So I think you might come down, like I said, to that level right there, or this level down here, but be looking for those buying opportunities when they do come down to these levels. Anything below the 1618, which is going to be 0.076 cents, is going to be a no-go. I wouldn't continue to stay in VeChain if it were to do that. And I mean, from where we're at right now down to that level, I mean, that's about 15%. So if it gets below that level, it's not going to be looking good. You really don't want to go down that low with the way that's looking right now. So be looking for those area of support and move into the upside. Like I said, break 10 cents, you're going to 15 cents really quickly after that. That's it. Really simple. Really simple. Big uptrend that we're in. Very bullish. Very bullish. Let me just look at a couple more things. Oh yeah, no, totally fine. What's amazing to me is how this hidden bullish divergence played out so beautifully. So you have negative momentum moving to the downside as price action is moving up, and that's very bullish signal. But look at the run up that we had when it came down and hit that bottom. That run up over here was about 4 cents, maybe 5 cents, and it went up 100% more after that. That would have been a very good area to get in. Very good area to get in. So looking good. Looking really good. What's going on in the chat? Zag, hello. What's going on? Uma is heading down in the short term. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's possible. Did we took the, let me just see. I don't see, I mean, I really don't see that happening like in the short term. Like, how much lower do you think it's going to go? Because I mean, the lowest that I think it's going to be going is to 20 cents, maybe 19 and a half cents. I don't think it's in a very big indecision area right now. But with looking at the technicals on the daily, like it's just kind of coiling up. It's just getting ready for that explosion. It's just bouncing between the supply and the demand line over here, and it's looking bullish to me. I don't think anything below, breaking out below that, it's game over. Get out. Like, we don't want to take a look at it anymore, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Who else we got in here? DeFi Ant, hello. Orchid, please. I know a lot of people want to see Orchid. We got Kane. I bought it in at 6.5 cents. Oh, okay, dude. Damn, dude. Good for you. Keep it in there, man. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but like hodl. Definitely hodl on something like that because it's looking good. It's looking really good. So I can still see some movement to the upside. A lot more movement to the upside. Traders want to see that 10-cent area. A lot of traders want to see that 10-cent area. GRT starting to have a movement to the upside over here. Hitting that resistance right there. Okay, let's go take a look at Dent. Let's look at Dent. Is the music too loud? Is it not loud enough? Let me know if you guys like it. You can turn it up or turn it off, turn it down, whatever. Just let me know. Oh yeah, that's right, dude. Dent. Okay, so yeah, it totally got way above the 4618. What is going on with Dent right now? You've been blasting off like crazy. You're in a consolidation pattern right now. What is the outcome of this? Okay, on the daily, dude, it's looking bearish. You're looking bearish because you're already starting to have this momentum shifting out over here between the 12 and 26 day moving average. When you get that cross right there, that's not going to be looking good. You're probably, this is a huge histogram, dude. Huge green on the histogram. You're probably going to be having a cross over here and be moving to the downside. If I had to guess, that current formation pattern that you're in right now is going to be breaking to the downside. And let's go look at how big of downside we're talking about for Dent right now. See, not every coin is bullish. They've had their run-ups. They've had their party. Okay. They started partying at like 5 p.m. And right now it's like 1 a.m., maybe 1:30. And Dent is wanting to like puke at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. The party's over. It's going to have to recover. It's going to have to go through a hangover for a little bit, be a little bit bearish about it before we start, regaining our grounds. We start getting hydrated again and we can start moving to the upside. But I just don't see that happening right now out of this formation. This is a very ugly formation, but yeah, you're doing something like that right now, where you just have this support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, and you're hanging out. See how we're close to the apex of this triangle over here, and you're just hanging out towards the supply line. I'm sorry, the demand line. You're hanging out towards the demand line over here. Probably going to be looking for a breakout to the downside. How big of a drop is that going to be? Let's just guess. Let's just say we have a drop right there. Well, that's going to be taking you below the 618, which is going to be below the 0078 line, 0.0087. That's no joke, dude. That's a pretty big fall. Pretty big fall. We're looking at about 32%. 32% measured move to the downside if we break out of that support. And the technicals are telling me right now that that's probably going to be happening. Notice how your momentum and just on the stochastic RSI has already been moving down for quite some time, with the 12 and 26 day moving averages are going to be curving out over here. You've been overbought for a long time, dude. You've been overbought for quite some time. You're still overbought on the daily. It's time to cool off. It definitely is time to cool off. So areas to the downside that I'm going to be wanting to see with Dent on the short term. Let's go to a 4 hour, and I want to take this formation. I want to drag it out right there. Get this pinpoint accurate. Pull that up just a little bit. Okay. You don't have a whole lot of support around here. The only areas of support that I'm seeing is one right there. One right there. And I really do not think that you'll drop below the 2618. You've put in so much. Okay, so these are the areas that you're going to be wanting to look for, my man. Go to a 4 hour. Sorry, I'm all over the place right now. So you're going to want, if we start getting this break to the downside within this formation, you break down, even if you come down like that far and you come up and you come retest it and it starts getting the resumption back off, dude, watch out. Okay, watch out, because you're going to be coming down to the 0.0079. You're going to be coming down to the 0.0072 Below that, 0.0056, and below that, 0.005, half a penny over there. And these drops are no joke, man. These drops are no joke. We're just going to have to see where that is. I mean, even going down to that right there, you're looking at a 20% drop, a 28% drop down here, 43% drop, and then at most a 50% drop. I don't think it's going to be going down to the 2618. I do think this line, and this line over here are going to be possible areas of support. You're going to have to be watching for that. I think maybe after a 30% correction to the downside is going to be needed before you can see any continued upside. Nevertheless, once you do get that test to those supports at that level, those are going to be areas that you're going to want to be looking at to be buying. You'll probably be oversold at that point, and that's probably where you're going to want to be picking up some more dent. And then once that happens, let's wait for that to happen, and then we can start talking about moves to the upside. That'll give your daily RSI and your MACD some time to cool off for a little bit. Let's get back into this area between the 30 and the 70 on the RSI, and then we can talk. About but looking currently right now, looking a little bearish, man. Looking a little bearish on Dent. But I mean, you've probably made a ton of money. You probably have been making a ton of money on this. You're still really up high up here. What you decide to do is going to be your own business. But man, where are those profits? I mean, where are you taking those profits at? You know, gosh, 1,000% since this month alone. What? It's time to take a cool off. Time to take a really big cool off. What's up, California? Welcome back, dude. Thanks for coming back in. How you doing? The GRT, just love to hear it. Bitcoin running up. Michael, is it? Is Bitcoin running up? Let's take a look. Bitcoin, not really. Not really doing anything. You are catching support at the 21 EMA right now. Right there. Boom. Support. Let's get that bounce. Let's get that breakout. Actually, we already did get the breakout. We got the breakout. This was a descending broadening wedge right there. We got the breakout, and we're coming back testing a support. I love how that 21 EMA is coinciding with that support level now. We've confirmed that for support. We need to get conviction. Get above this. And we're really going to be looking for anything above 56,700, 56,700 or $800. Let's get above these previous highs over here, and I think we can start looking pretty good. I think we might be looking pretty good over that. But yeah, this might be a little bit shorter of a live stream today. Probably not that long. We've been doing this for, it's been an hour. Wow, it's been an hour so far. Jeez. You guys having a great night tonight? It's just a Sunday night. We're just chilling. Hit that like button if you guys are enjoying this content. We only have 21 likes. Man, that's sad. I must be doing something wrong. That's okay. I'm not here for likes anyways. I'm here to hang out. GRT. Oh yeah, there we go. GRT. Having a bit of a pump right now. $1.74. That's okay, but we need to be running into this resistance over here at $1.75. Once you get above $1.75, you can confirm this into support. Then I think that's when the fireworks are really going to start taking off. Looking pretty bullish though. There we go. $1.75. Let's go. Let's pump it. You gotta pump it up. Still got an hour and a half before the daily candle close is done, or our weekly candle close as well. Nice. Oh wow, we're printing a bullish hammer. Holy shit, dude! I didn't even look at the weekly. So in an hour and a half, GRT is gonna be printing a bullish hammer, a Japanese candlestick pattern, which is a huge reversal signal. Hey, what's up, Michael Jonathan? Thank you so much for the 10, bro. Let's take a peek at NuCypher. Are you sure, dude? You're not going to like it, but we can definitely take a look at it. Thank you for the 10, dude. I really appreciate that. It's been kind of a slow night. A little bit of a slow night tonight. But dude, look at this. Look at this freaking candle. Like, that's awesome. What's wrong with my mouse? Why isn't it? When we get that breakout and we hold that breakout, I'm probably going to be buying some more GRT. Get that confirmation, and we're going to be looking really good. That's going to be a pretty easy 80%, 80 to 100% gains that we're going to be seeing after this. I'm telling you guys, GRT right now, $1.76, $1.76. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go take a look at NuCypher. Not looking too good right now, man. I know you're not going to like this, but I'm going to show you anyways. Okay. I don't know if you watched the video from the other day, but look at NuCypher over here. Okay. We were holding this support over here very beautifully, touched it multiple times, got away from it, and that was beautiful. Well, all this time later, we've run into that trend line. We tried holding it right there, and it just could not happen. It just did not happen. We broke below it. But even with that as well, look at this line. Like, look at this ascending triangle that we had going on over here. Very bullish pattern. Okay. So you had support, resistance right there. You could do a target breakout from that area right there. And we went up and we hit it and we exceeded it. But this was a very heavy area of resistance in the past. Once you broke through it, it turned into support. And that's when that we wicked right there. You even came back and you did it again right there. And that's what I started seeing possibly, NuCypher was looking a little bit more bullish. But when we got denied at that 236, I was like, man, we really needed to get above that 236. We moved into the support line and we dropped below that 55-cent line, which is this line right here. That was resistance in the past. That's not an area that you wanted to drop below again. And we did. And it's not looking too good right now, man. You can see that we're below that 0% retracement. Anytime you go below that area, that's going to be an area of resistance. And I'm thinking we're probably going to see some more downside. I really don't know what to say about NuCypher right now, other than it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. We have some hope, though. There's some hope, and there are a couple of things that we're going to need to do before we can start getting and feeling better about NuCypher. So the nice thing is that we're about to have our cross, but how big of a cross is this going to be? You know, are we just going to be moving sideways? Is it going to be enough to pump us up back up into the Fibonacci? Can we get it back above our purple trend line right there? But you can see we do have negative momentum moving to the upside, and this cross is about to happen, but price action should already start moving up when it's that close. Like I said, MACD it's a lagging indicator, so price action is king. We'll probably be seeing price action move up first, but it's not doing it. We need to get above 55 cents, and it's just not there. You've never really been this low on the RSI in the past. So could this be the bottom? Could that be the bottom? Maybe it might be the bottom. You can see in your stochastic RSI over here, your momentum is starting to move to the upside. You were below the 20 for quite some time, but look at this move that you had. When you got back above the 20, you only went up and hit that 236, and that wasn't enough conviction for me. We needed to get above that 236 for it to be looking any more bullish, and it just didn't do that. We fell right below that 20 on the stochastic RSI, and it's not looking good. It's really, really not looking good right now. This isn't something that I'm going to be buying. Once we get above, okay, let's talk about the areas that we need to get above. You need to get above 55 cents. You need to get above 55 cents, but you need to turn it into support. You can see that we had some wicks and some bodies close below that or above that, but we never tested it as support. Test that into support. Then we can talk. Turn that into support. We can talk. Let's make our way to the upside. And the area, like I said in the previous video, that I'm going to be looking for, if we can do it that quickly, is by the 4th of April, is going to be coinciding with that 236 and this long-term trend line that we've been looking at. I think if you can get back above, which that's going to be massively bullish, dude. I don't expect you to be getting back above this purple trend line for a while. It's going to be quite some time before that happens. Later in the future, that's going to happen eventually, maybe. But man, you got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to be putting in here. Get above 55 cents. Come over here. Turn that 236 into support. Turn that into support. And even if we bounce off of this trend line multiple times, if we're in a different trend and we start moving to the upside, then we can start looking a little bit more bullish about this. Because we're below that purple trend line, that's not what making me bearish. It's because we're below this horizontal. The horizontal lines are the one that have the most weight. They have a lot more weight to them. So Yeah, dude, not looking too good right now. Not really a whole lot to say. Here's the 4 hour. Here's your stochastic RSI. See how we topped that over here, and your momentum is going to start moving to the downside. Same thing over here on the MACD. It looks like your green is going to start moving to the downside as well. You can see it's kind of finishing up over here. You might have a cross somewhere over here, and then it'll start moving down again. So yeah, dude, it's just not looking too good right now. I'm really sad. Really sad with NuCypher right now. We'll see. We need some more data. Get above 55 cents, turn it into support, and then we'll talk. We'll definitely talk some more. Let's go, GRT. Let's go, buddy. Oh, yeah. Did we just make a new high for the day? We did. Just made a new high for the day. We're looking at about $1.76. 8. All right. Let's get this breakout, man. Been waiting for it all day. Yeah, I made the video this morning, and I didn't think it was going to be breaking out like at that time because it was being held down as resistance the entire time. I knew it was going to take some time. I keep saying time. I think it's going to be happening here pretty soon. Maybe later tonight, tomorrow morning, where we confirm that breakout. Man, if you can close a body above like where we're at right now. Oh, look, we're pushing up for new highs. Yeah, it's going to be looking really good. Come on, GRT. If that's the case, I'm probably going to be taking a buy during this live stream. I'll do it off to the side over here. But let's go. It's looking really good. Looking really bullish right now. LFG, live PAMP. I've never heard of LFG. There's so many coins out there. It's nearly impossible to try to know all of them. Sabata, hello. How you doing, bro? Want to do CRV? Do you guys want to take a look at coins? Invest in yourself. You know, it's only $10 for the price of lunch. You can have a TA on a coin and kind of know exactly what's going to be happening with it. Live TA, everyone will get to see it. You can do that in the form of a super chat or a super sticker, and yeah, or through the OneUpCoin app or the OneUpCoin link that I have down below. You can do it in crypto if you want to do it in crypto. Totally up to you guys. Totally up to you. Holochain. OXT. People wanted to take a look at all these coins right now. I'm just kind of waiting for GRT to do its thing. Look at this cross we're about to have, guys. I'm telling you. Once you start, I mean, it's going to be, the prices are going to be much higher when you start getting this crossover in GRT, start printing that green on the histogram. What I'm excited to see is I want to see the histogram be much bigger than what we had previously back here. If we don't make a bigger histogram over here, let's say we do something kind of like that, well, then you're going to be showing some bearishness within GRT. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I really think this next swing up, considering where you're at, you've never been this low on the 12-day moving oscillator on your MACD before. Never. I mean, I know this is a very, very new coin. It's only been out for like 4 months. But, I mean, that's just looking bullish, especially because it came down over here on the RSI and you almost hit that 30, which is beautiful. That's massive buy zone. Massive buy zone. 2 bullish engulfing candles that are happening on the daily. On the daily? Dude, that's so bullish. That's so bullish. Plus, look at this bullish hammer. Look at this Japanese candlestick pattern. Bullish hammer. Close it. Close it like that. And dude, it's going to be absolutely epic. When that closes and I see that bullish hammer the way it is, yeah, I'm definitely going to be adding more to my GRT. It's not quite time right now. I mean, it kind of makes you just want to buy right now, right? But you need that confirmation before you can even say like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to be buying right now. Get that confirmation, get that breakout, get above this trend line right here, turn that into support, and then I think, yeah, that'll be the buy. But it's not quite time yet to buy. I need more conviction. A little bit more conviction. What's up, George Lopez? Welcome back, bro. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. DeFi Ant, hello. Everybody wants to look at all these coins. I wish we could. What else we got here? All right. Anyways, yeah, I guess if you guys want to talk about, like, we can talk about anything you want. Hang out in the chat for a little bit. I love you, Dad. What am I, like, old to you? Come on, dude. I'm not that old. I mean, I am a dad, but I'm not like 40. I'm not 40 years old. I'm not too far away from it either. But hello, son. How you doing, George Lopez? Where are you guys from? You guys from the States? Everyone type in their state. If you're from another country, let me know. Let me know what country you guys are from. Is it nice? What's the weather like where you guys are at right now? Is it pretty? Is it beautiful? Is it sunny? Are you on a beach? Are you hanging out in San Diego? Or are you hanging out in the Swiss Alps? Is it cold where you are? Anybody like to ski? I love to ski. I haven't been skiing in such a long time. COVID has ruined that. Totally ruined that for me. Never seen you in here before, Zag. Welcome. Welcome, Zag. What's going on? So we got someone from France, Massachusetts, Sweden, New York City, in New York. I can't sing. Oregon, Portugal. Really? Wow. Kentucky, Mass Rainy. What is Mass Rainy? Massachusetts? Oh, and then it's rainy. Oh, gotcha. Okay. New Hampshire. Hey, I lived in New Hampshire for a while. I lived in Nashua, New Hampshire. Beautiful place. Cloudy AF. Oh yeah, I bet. Cali, Bay Area. Yeah, I kind of figured California capitalist. I wish, man. Really wish that's where I was. He says, George Lopez says Chicago. He says, nope. DeFi Ant is from the Netherlands. Man, it's late over there for you, isn't it? It's like, isn't it like 11 a.m. or 11 p.m., 12 p.m. for you? I guess that would be 12 a.m. Smash, Mr. Smashy, hello. Wales, UK, it is rainy. I hear it's always raining over there. Always hear it's raining. Amsterdam, oh man, I wish. Gosh, I wish I was in Amsterdam right now, bro. Like, you have no idea how badly I want to be in Amsterdam. It'd be so much fun. I'd have a blast over there. Muck Beast, SRS, question mark. What is it? What is that? William, hello? Nice. I'm in Dover. Where's Dover? Dover. I don't know where Dover is, man. You're gonna have to tell me where that is. UK. Birmingham. Hello, Alex. Thank you for the 10.99 euros. I really appreciate that, bro. You want to take a look at OXT? Yeah, dude, we can take a look at OXT. Orchid. Probably not going to be on that much longer. So if you guys want to take a look at coins, let me know now. So I'm going to start wrapping this up. Start wrapping this up for a little bit. Go do some more things. My freaking blinker, dude, went out on my card the other day. I thought it was the bulb. And I went to go change out the bulb. Ooh, 177 on the graph right now. Let's go. So I went to the AutoZone store or whatever, and I changed the bulb out. And then I turned on the blinker and it still didn't work. I was like, what the heck? So then I was looking at the wire. One of the wires, like the ground for the bulb, like got cut in half. How? Like, what the heck? It's just cut in half. I see it and I know how to fix it. I can't get my hands in there to try to fix it. It's kind of annoying. Really annoying. I've been considering just like getting a new car because it's I've been wanting to get a new car for a while. But I think Bitcoin's going to need to go up.